Hey guys, so today is finally going to be July and August favorites. Yes, July and August because I missed July because you guys know if you saw my update video I was super busy throughout that month. I just completely skipped over the favorites. So actually August favorites will be on time because this is going up like towards the end of August versus the middle of September. So that's a good thing. So I'm just going to jump right into it because I have 2 months worth. I do have kind of lot of products and you guys know I like to talk. Excuse my voice. Again, if you watch my update, you know that I've been sick for a little while. I may have a few coughing fits here and there, but I'm going to try and do my best as to not show them on camera. I guess I'll go ahead and start with makeup because I actually do have a few new products here. Not like new as in new in general, but kind of new to me again. I've been shopping my stash really well. I really haven't shopped in a long time and I've been trying to use what makeup I have, especially mascaras, because you guys know I am a fiend for mascaras, and so I've just been trying to shop my stash as much as I can. And this is a rediscovered product that I loved when I first got it, and I just kind of put it aside and never thought twice about it after that. And you'll probably recognize this. This is from MAC from the Venomous Villains collection. I want to say this released maybe 2 years ago. Maybe even longer than that. I've had it quite a while. This is the matte blush in Bite of an Apple. It is a very beautiful, like, I'm actually wearing it today so you can kind of see it on the cheeks. It's a red, like, pinkish tone blush. It is very pigmented, so you do have to be careful. But whenever you swatch it, it doesn't come off too crazy. This is actually a fairly heavy application. It is a very beautiful, like, peachy red pinkish blush, and I've just been using the Sigma Large Angled Contour F40 brush. As you can see, this is like pretty much, if I'm wearing a blush these past 2 months, it's been Bite of an Apple, and that's just because I really think that it's a beautiful, like, reddy color. It gives you that good, like, summer flush without being overly like what the heck is on your cheeks. It blends out really nicely. You can't really go wrong with it. Trust me, you can overdo it on it. I actually can't tell if I have too much on right now, but it looks fine in person, but the camera always tends to blow things up a lot more. But I have just been loving it because, like I said, it gives you that like pinched cheek look without being overly powdery, but without being creamy either, because I usually tend to stick to cream products during the summertime, and for some reason this summer powder blushes have been my go-to. That is limited edition, so unfortunately you can't get it anymore, but I don't think that it's fair to not show you guys limited edition things, because many of you may have this stuff in your collection and then you may rediscover it like I did. Sticking with the face, I have actually been using bronzer a lot lately, which I go back and forth with bronzer. I have a love-hate relationship with it. I have like 3 or 4 bronzers that I really stick true to, and that's a NARS Laguna. I have the Sunny bronzer from NYC, and then the Benefit's Hoola. I'd say by far Benefit Hoola is a better match for me. I am wearing it today. Pretty much, this is just a baby sample. I don't even remember. I think I got this in a Perks from Sephora, but it is really tiny, but as you can see, I have used a good amount of it. There's actually quite a large dip in there, so it probably won't last me that much longer, but I do plan on purchasing the full size of this whenever this runs out. The other bronzers that I have are good, but some of them, like the Sunny bronzer, I do like it, but it can tend to be a little orange on me, especially if I do have a tan, which I do have somewhat of a tan right now. And then NARS Laguna is a good match as well, but it can be a little on the dark side, same as NARS Casino, because I think I have that one in a palette somewhere as well. So I just kind of have to be careful with which ones I'm using. This one, like I said, by far is the best match for me, and I just have been using the Real Techniques blush brush. I love this because it's super fluffy. It picks up the right amount of bronzer, tap off the excess, and then I just dab it, usually to even out my foundation on my face, because a lot of my foundations are a lighter color than what I actually become during the summertime. However, I don't wear foundation enough to go out and purchase 2 different colors, one for summer and one for winter. So I tend to just stick with a lighter foundation and then give myself some color overall, which is what I did today. I'm wearing the Maybelline Age Rewind, the one that kind of screws up and has that fluffy ball on the end, and it's super light for my skin. I do have a tiny bit of discoloration, not even discoloration, like my face is a tiny bit lighter than my neck, just because I still have somewhat of a tan. This is my true color here. Somewhat of a tan from summertime. But leading into fall here in the next couple of months, even though it'll still be hot, I do want to just even that out, and the Hoola bronzer is perfect for that. Next makeup product is a mascara, and as I've told you guys, like right now, seriously, I kid you not, I have got to stop doing this. I probably have at least 15 mascaras open at the time because I get impatient and I want to try all different kinds, and they end up going to waste, some of them, especially if I don't use them quick enough, especially because I've been sticking to certain mascaras lately, and this has been one of them. This is the L'Oreal Telescopic. It's the gold packaging. I don't know what the difference between the gold and the silver is. This one is in Black is Black. I'm not sure if there is a difference. The brush is super skinny on this. When I first bought this, I actually regretted buying it because I was like, seriously, what the heck? Like, I would put it on my lashes and I would blink and mascara would be like underneath my eyes, or like if I would look up or something, the mascara would be touching my eyebrows, and I just did not like it at first. But since I have opened it more and used it more, it has dried out a bit, although it is still super moist enough to where I can get a good amount on my lashes. I am wearing it right now. I do have kind of a darker smoky eye going on. I just was trying something new today. I haven't worn dark makeup in a very long time, and you guys request this all the time. I always wear lighter, you know, more fresh makeup, and everyone always requests for me to like do a daytime smoky eye. Even when I do a daytime smoky eye, in my eyes it's not dark enough usually. This is pretty dark for my taste. So if you guys like this look, actually let me know, and I'd be more than happy to recreate it for a face of the day or a tutorial or whatever the case may be. Let me know in the comments down below. But anywho, back to the mascara. I feel like it gives me really great length and volume, and the reason it gives me so much volume is because it actually does pick up quite a bit of mascara on the brush when it comes out, and that's why when you first get it, it's entirely too wet to just layer on top of something because you'll have a smudgy mess. But I do really enjoy this, mostly for my top lashes though. Last makeup product that I have before I move on to skincare, body care, miscellaneous stuff like that is my Lorac Pro palette. I have actually been sticking with like my Naked palettes. You guys know that I went on a huge depotting spree, I don't know, a few months back, and I just depotted everything that I own, and including eyeshadows, and I still have some that I need to depot, but having it in palettes is so much easier, so I've kind of been neglecting some of my smaller palettes like my Naked palettes and this one. So I decided to bust this out again, and I actually have been loving it. I love this palette. As you can see, it is pretty well loved. I even cracked the mirror, which is horrible, bad luck, but I think it happened in my suitcase traveling when I went to El Paso. But this eye look is actually made up of some of the shadows in this palette here, especially this dark chocolate brown. I really like the colors. I just feel like they're super pigmented, overall very saturated in color. Like, the darker colors don't even compare to some of the other colors that I have. They are so pitch dark, especially like I said, the darker colors. And even the lighter colors, you can see I have a pretty big dent in that one. I just really enjoy layering these on top of each other to get that fresh, wide awake type look, like when you're doing your inner corner and brightening it and stuff like that. Some of the colors that I have not used in here have been this like charcoal gray color and the white. I actually have no use for white eyeshadow. I guess I could use it as a highlight, but I just feel like sometimes it's a little too stark. And then gray, like this grayish blackish color, is really not my favorite, but the rest of them, highly recommend this palette. It does have quite a bit of fallout, but the pigmentation on the shadows are definitely worth it. Okay, I have two skincare products. The first one is a moisturizer, and if you guys have been following my channel for a long time, I have a skincare routine, actually the only skincare routine I've ever filmed on my channel. It was back way in the beginning. I like look completely different. I feel like I sound different. I was filming on a different camera in a different location. It was probably 2 years ago at least, and it just looked really different. But if you look at that skincare video, I was actually using the entire Clinique 3-step system, and since then I have completely changed my routine. However, I did have this left over. Creepy. I'm home by myself and I swear I just heard something. Ugh, I'm about to lock my door. Anyway, I had this left over, so I am in the process of going through a bunch of products in my beauty cabinet to just kind of use everything up and start over fresh. I have accumulated, just like makeup, so much stuff over the years that I just feel like it's time to stop wasting products and actually finish them up. So this is the Clinique Dramatically Different Moisturizing Gel. I tried the lotion at one point and it was just too oily for my skin overall. The gel definitely works a lot better for me. As you can see, I really don't have a lot left. And I started with probably half the tube, and I was just dreading having to use it because I was like, you know, this didn't really work that well for me when I tried it a few years ago, so I was kind of hesitant. I've been really wanting to try the proactive step system, however many steps it has in their system. However, it does have some properties in it, like retin A and salicylic acid and benzoyl peroxide and stuff like that, that I'm not necessarily okay with using in that high of a concentration while I'm pregnant. But I definitely do want to try it after I am done being pregnant, because I have had really horrible luck with my skin since I've been pregnant, and I just kind of want to try something new. So like I said, I've been trying to use this up, and I was dreading using this because I didn't like it when I used it before, but it actually has been really great for my skin. I feel like it, I guess not using it for so long has really made it just like give me enough moisture in my skin without over drying or without making it look oily, which is awesome because you guys know I have super oily skin, and anything that's going to help with that process I'm down with. Next skincare product that I have is actually a cleansing bar, and this is from Cebu. It is their detoxifying cleansing bar. I think that's the name of it. It runs about $5.95. You can get it off of cebubeauty.com. As you can see, I put it in one of these things so that it doesn't like wilt away in my shower. But pretty much what I do is just, I barely have any of it left really, but I just take my Clarisonic, I wet it just a little bit, take my Clarisonic and rub it around on it, and then cleanse my face with it. I only use it in the shower though, because I am not a huge fan of bar soaps next to the sink, but that's just my personal preference. But the reason that this is a favorite, because I actually did a review of Cebu Beauty, I don't know, maybe a couple of months ago. I did not like the majority of their products overall, because the only reason is just because I felt like it did not cater to oily skin. I feel like if you had combo or combination or dry skin, it would work perfectly for you. Plenty of people rave about it, but the people who rave about it have normal to dry skin. With super oily skin like I have, I didn't care for the majority of the products. However, this cleansing bar I actually feel like is amazing for oily skin, because whenever you use it, especially with a Clarisonic, it gives you this like squeaky clean feeling without actually feeling like, what am I trying to say, like overly drying or tightness to your face. It gives you like, you touch your skin and it's super clean, but it does not give you that like dry feeling. I've actually cleansed my face with this and totally forgot to tone or moisturize my face, walked out the door and felt completely fine. And usually if I don't moisturize when I use any type of cleanser, my skin will feel very dry and kind of like sucked in almost, because it's in need of moisture. But with this bar I do not feel that at all. So when this is done, I do have a few more cleansers I want to go through, but I will be going back to this bar just because I really enjoy the way that it makes my face feel afterwards. Okay, I have a body mist. You guys have seen this in a previous favorites, maybe in my April favorites or March or May, somewhere around there. This is the Give a Little Pink Body Mist, Snowy, Violet, and Apple Blossom from Victoria's Secret. You guys can see how much I love this. This is seriously the best scent ever. It smells so fresh. Oops. It's so fresh and so clean, and it just makes you feel and smell very feminine without smelling like a Bath and Body Works store, which, don't get me wrong, I love the way those smell, but you don't always want to walk around overwhelming people with scents. And this has definitely been one of those. I can spray it 15 times in the morning and I never at all feel like I'm overwhelming anybody with the scent. It just smells very fresh and clean. Like I said, I'm really sad because I actually have not been able to find this on their website. It was I think on clearance during Christmas time, So maybe during Christmas time they'll bring it back, but as you can see, I'm blowing through it quite quickly. This will probably last me another month or so, and then it'll be the end of it, but I really, really enjoy this scent. And then I have one nail polish, which is funny because I actually have nothing on my nails right now. I think I'm going to paint them as soon as I'm done filming, and I'm so unsure of what color I want to paint them. Pink is always a go-to. I have like 4 rows of pink up there, but I'm kind of feeling red. For some reason. I guess Christmas in August is what I'm hoping for. So I don't know. Let me know in the comments down below what colors you guys think I should paint my nails next. But anywho, this is OPI's Mod About You, and I actually have it on my toes right now. I am 33 weeks pregnant and cannot reach my toes. I actually had a difficult time reaching them prior to getting pregnant. I'm plus size, what can you say? I could reach them and could paint my own toes, but you know, it wasn't the easiest task I've ever done. It would require some movement and, you know, stuff like that. If you're a plus size girl, I'm sure you feel me. But being pregnant has been a whole nother side of plus size because I cannot reach my toes to save my freaking life. I can't breathe if I try and bend over. I'm putting too much pressure on my belly. It's just my uterus is like completely in the way. I just feel so uncoordinated. So mani-pedis, or not even manicures, I really haven't painted my nails, but pedicures have been my BFF throughout this entire pregnancy. So prior to this nail polish, I actually had shellac on my toes, and the shellac was wonderful because it lasted like 2 months and it still looked amazing. I didn't have any problems with it chipping or anything like that, but then I did want to go ahead and just get a regular nail polish color because I don't want to expose my toes to too much of the UV lights and stuff like that. So I have had 2 pedicures now, OPI Mod About You, and I'm actually due for another pedicure here sometime shortly. So I'm not sure what color I should paint them next, but this has been an all-time favorite color, especially on the toes and especially during summertime. I have 2 pregnancy, maternity, mommy favorites, whatever you want to call it. I guess they're not mommy favorites yet because they don't have anything to do with baby, but they do have to do with pregnancy. And I have talked about this one before. This is the Bio Oil. This is an oil that is supposed to be really good for scars, stretch marks, uneven skin tone, aging skin, and dehydrated skin. So obviously during pregnancy I have been using it for stretch marks for the majority of the time. I was using the Mama Mio tummy rub tub, whatever it's called. I finished that up and I have that in an upcoming products I've used up video, and I'll tell you more about that in that video. Just a quick review. I did like it. I did like the fact that it was creamy. However, I don't feel like it necessarily helped with my stretch marks. So I went ahead and bought 3 bottles of the Bio Oil on eBay. I think I bought them on eBay. They were like $10 a piece, which is an amazing deal because if you buy them at Motherhood, Maternity, or Ulta, or Target, or wherever else they sell them, they retail for like $15 or $16 a piece. So I got a good deal on them. As you can see, I am almost through with this bottle. I do have 2 more backups in there that I will continue to use throughout the rest of the pregnancy, and then even after, they recommend that you use it just to kind of make sure the stretch marks go away. And I mentioned to you guys before that I do have stretch marks, and I had some stretch marks prior to getting pregnant, but I have accumulated a few more, which if you guys saw my most recent updated pregnancy vlog, then you heard me talk about that towards the end of the video. But I have accumulated a few more. However, I do feel like the ones that I have got recently aren't big and purple like the ones that hurt. They have just been like a light pink. They're really not anything serious, and I really have to accredit it to the Bio Oil. I feel like this moisturizes your skin. It does leave it a tiny bit greasy. I had some people tell me that they feel like it wasn't greasy at all. For my taste, it is a little bit greasy. I feel like it would stain your sheets a little bit if you lather it on the way that I lather it on and then got straight into your sheets. That's just my personal opinion. I don't mind putting it under my maternity pants or anything like that because I feel like it's perfectly fine. But I do put this on day and night, and I feel like it is working great, like I said. So overall, I would highly recommend this, especially if you are pregnant, of course, but if you're just a plus size girl and you have stretch marks, I would definitely recommend investing in a bottle of this. It does take about a month and a half to work to where you can start seeing the lightening of the stretch marks, but it is well worth it. I have one more thing before I get into 2 miscellaneous things. I know this is a super long video, but you guys, it's 2 months worth. I had a ton of stuff that I had to show you guys. These are the belly buds, and I actually talked about these in my pregnancy vlog as well, for my maternity buys. This is something that I would have never ever thought of to buy on my own. I have watched so many pregnancy vlogs, so many women here on YouTube talk about their pregnancy and at different stages and stuff. I have never seen anybody have these before, so I did want to go ahead and put them out there just because my husband is the one that thought of them. Leave it to him to think of something like this. They actually sell these at Babies R Us. They are pretty expensive. I think they retail for $50 or $60. I don't know how worth it is to you. He surprised me with them. One day he said that he had ordered something that I was going to love and he went to go pick it up, and I actually really do love these. I would highly recommend them if you are pregnant, no matter how far along you are. I just feel like they're a great thing to have. So let me explain pretty much what they are. If you watch my pregnancy vlog, you have an idea, but they are speakers. I was going to say headphones. They're, well, kind of headphones, but they're speakers. So essentially all it is just two speakers with a long cord. You take the cord, you can plug it into your phone, into your iPad, you can plug it into whatever plays music, radio, I don't know. Most people have an iPhone or an iPad or an iPod of some sort. So you would plug it into that. It can play any kind of MP3 that you have. It can play, or you can even plug it into a computer. I didn't even think about that. Or a laptop. Anywho, it can play any kind of music that you have on your device that plays music. So you plug it in and the sound comes from here. So I actually have Pandora radio. I'm not subscribed, I just have the app, and I have a couple of stations on here like Baby Einstein, which is children's music. I have a classical music, and then I also have Rockabye Baby, which is children's lullaby. She does not really respond to any of the soft playing music because I think it puts her to sleep, but she loves Hannah Montana, which is super weird. I'm not sure why. So if I play Hannah Montana radio, which has a combination of like Miley Cyrus and Hannah Montana, she really likes it. And I don't know if you guys can hear that. Hopefully you guys can hear that. It's pretty loud, but then what's really great about it is the second you put it over your belly, you can't hear it anymore. It's like muffled or something. It's the weirdest thing. So it actually like penetrates, supposedly, you know, obviously we're not baby, we're not going to know what's going on in there, but supposedly it penetrates enough through your skin to where he or she can actually hear what's being played. And what's great about these things is when you buy them, it comes with a little paper. You can log into the website and actually record a message to play to your baby. So I thought that's really cute. You know, you could say whatever you want. Mommy and Daddy love you. They can't wait to meet you. Whatever you want to say. We actually haven't done that yet, but I do want to do that. I've had these actually for about probably 8 weeks now. So 8 weeks would have put me right around 24, 25 weeks, and they were just as effective then as they are now. So again, these aren't a necessity, but they definitely are a favorite because I try and use them like an hour every day. And what's really great is, especially if you're wearing maternity pants, they do come with little stickers that you can kind of have them stick to your belly. But if you're just wearing maternity pants, you can kind of slip them in your maternity pants, and if you have a sit-down job at work, let your baby listen to it at work. It's very soothing to them. It supposedly makes them smarter, gives them, you know, keen hearing senses, and there's like a whole experiment about it. Who knows if any of it's true, but I like to believe that she likes some of the music that I like too. So I think that that's funny, and maybe, who knows, she'll be like Juliana from It's Judy's Life, and she'll love Hannah Montana like she loves Beyonce. So I thought I would show this to you guys. Like I said, they're called Belly Buds. They only come in this green color because of course I would have wanted pink. If you have the extra money, I would definitely say invest in them. They're something really just like a neat idea that who thinks of stuff like this? My husband, that's who thinks of stuff like that. And of course you can reuse them for multiple pregnancies. Okay, so that is all my favorites. Let me tell you like actual physical favorites that I can show you. I have a miscellaneous favorite, which I've actually talked about quite a bit before, but I kind of fell off the whole track of it, and then I got right back on as I have been a recluse for the last couple of months doing things and being a bum all summer, and that is Ebates. And like I said, probably, I don't know, maybe May, June-ish. I really didn't use Ebates all that much at all, really. And you guys have asked me before if I'm affiliated with them. I'm not at all. They have no clue who I am. I just share my link because I always make good money off of it. If you're going to shop online, what's the point in not getting cash back? That's my thought anyway. So anyway, for a while there, I was like going. I was graduating. I was spending money, doing shopping, like having no problems. But then ever since, I don't know, maybe like the end of July, the end of June, all of July, and all of August, I have just stayed at home not doing much of anything. As far as shopping goes, I have done a lot of stuff, like I still go to work, I still go to H&R Block classes, I still do all that kind of stuff, but I actually have not done a ton of shopping unless I have to, because I mentioned to you guys in my pregnancy vlog, I have just been super drained, super tired, and it's just really difficult for me to even go grocery shopping, let alone walk around the mall 35 times like I'm used to. So that being said, I have done a ton of online shopping. When I tell you a ton, I mean a ton. Like Babies R Us and Target and buybuy-baby.com have been like my top 3 things on Ebates to go to. Seriously, like I have bought so many things from there, especially now that my baby shower is over. I have just been bombarding their websites with everything that I need to buy because it's just much easier for me. It's too hard for me to be in the store for hours at a time trying to look through what I need to get and what I don't need to get. It's so much easier to just be cuddled up on my couch on my laptop buying away. So if I haven't swayed you in the past before, you guys seriously need to get on Ebates. I think just from buying baby stuff, which is like, that just shows you how much baby stuff we've actually bought. I think I've earned close to $100, like 80 some odd dollars, just from buying baby stuff. Like I said, from buybuy-baby.com, Target.com, and babiesrus.com. Literally everything can be bought online. No joke when I tell you that. In fact, Andres even bought some tools that he was going to need, like a saw of some sort, a miter saw, I think that's what he called it, and an air gun or something. Anyway, he bought it off of Sears.com website, and that was shipped to us. Like, we on Rooms to Go, we ordered our recliners for our loft. We ordered them on roomstogo.com. Seriously, we have just been such homebodies lately, and I can tell this is our future to come. So I have definitely been utilizing the ebates.com because I do want to benefit from getting cash back. So that was it. That was my last favorite for the last couple of months. I know this was a super long video, but I did want to just catch you guys up with everything that I've been loving. I'm trying to kind of, like I said, shop my stash, shop my beauty closet. I'm trying really, really hard to stay away from buying stuff that's not needed right now, especially because we have a ton of stuff for baby that we needed to buy, and so I'm trying to just use everything up and go from there, and I think I'm doing a pretty good job. So hopefully you guys enjoyed my July/August favorites. If you guys have a video response to this, don't forget to leave it down below. Comments as well if you don't have a video response, and I will see you guys in my next video. Thanks for watching. Bye!